Hey everybody, it's me, Marquita. I had a sleep study yesterday, and I just wanted to update everybody on how I feel. Okay, on the 23rd, I went to Sonic, ate a hot dog, and felt sick for until Christmas morning, so about 2 days. And then for y'all that do know, I went to Disney. We left Christmas night. Took us a very long time to get down there because the GPS sucked. But anyways, we got down there. I did Disney. Still felt horrible. Was nauseous off and on. And all that. So I felt bad down there. But it's Disney. My girl's never been. And of course, had beans tonight for dinner. I forced myself to try not to complain, to go with the flow, even though I felt like every 5 minutes like I was gonna throw up. And so came back home, still feel the same, only with new symptoms. I'm only making this because the new symptoms are still the old symptoms. I still feel nauseous. I feel like I'm gonna throw up every 5 seconds, but I'm kind of on a new diet. You're poor, you're over 18, you have teen care that does not provide insurance for adults, dental insurance for adults, so your teeth rots out and you can't eat. That's what kind of diet I'm on. Yeah, so I'm on the Bad Billies. And I ain't talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm on the Bad Billies diet. Or no, his is just called Billies. My teeth are the Billies, not the Billies that he's talking about. Anyhow, so I am now to the point that I freaking thought that, okay, I'm going through menopause. I'm gonna accept it. Yes, I'm 35. I know that's not terribly too young to go through menopause, but it's not unheard of. So, because I'm not eating, can eat, I should say. Not eating is an understatement, but can eat. Because that's happening, I am losing weight. Not a terrible lot. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm losing weight. I'm getting maybe the equivalence of 1 meal to 1.5 meals a day. I am, of course, tired, and I'm in constant pain. But the new symptoms that I am having, the reason why I thought I'm going through menopause, is because if y'all know me, Or if you don't know me, I'm Marquita. Hi, how are you? And I have sickle cell trait. Now, before anybody that don't know me or people that know me just don't understand my body. They don't understand that not all sickle cell trait people are I was gonna say disease, but it's not the disease. Not all of it is cookie cutter. Like Auntie says, Lady Nika, that is. If y'all don't know who that is, go check out Auntie's page, Lady Nika. But like she says, because she has lupus, y'all go check out her second channel too. I have been a good niece because where I'm going through my personal thing since I had my first iron infusion, which was early November. I haven't grasped, like I got back on and I thought, okay, I'm feeling better, I'm back, and then what happened? Got sick. So I haven't been a good niece, and I haven't been over to her second channel of her talking about her lupus. But like Auntie says, that not all lupus is cookie cutter, because what she might be going through, somebody else might not. I say that to say this: I have sickle cell trait. Mine is not cookie cutter. My sickle cell trait, because I just have half of the disease. If you don't know what sickle cell trait is, let me tell you right fast. Sickle cell trait is nothing that you as a person did to get it. So no, it's not an STD. It's not an STI. You cannot pass it to anybody except your child. The only person. You can't pass it to your spouse. You can't pass it to anybody else except your child. I got mine from my daddy. My daddy has sickle cell trait. I have sickle cell trait. My mama does not, which makes me have only half of the disorder. My daddy has half of the disorder. But it's where, in my case, with the trait, I have some normal round blood cells, and then I have some blood cells that are, I'm trying to do this. Okay, just imagine this is supposed to be round, like a round blood cell, but some of mine is like this. It's in a curve, which means it's like a moon, like a sickle, what you cut wheat. Sickle cell, because my red blood cells are sickled. So with that said, that's what I have. I have some normal red blood cells. I have some abnormal red blood cells, which with that, usually how sickle cell trait I'm not saying normal, because I don't think there's a normal sickle cell trait case, but how it is you only have half of this disease, but it does not affect you in any way. It's just some of your blood is abnormal. That's all it does. The full disease is where both parents are carriers, which makes the child have the full disease, or one parent has the full disease and the other parent either has the full disease or is a carrier. I'm a carrier because I have the trait. That's what I mean by carrier. Like only one parent either has the trait, other parent has the trait, which will make the child have the full disease because a half of a half is a whole. And then, or you can make or your child can also get it if both parents has the full disease, or if only one parent has the full disease and the other one has the trait, so like even if one parent had the full disease and the other parent did not, and the child got anything, they will have sickle cell trait because they will only be getting half. I only say that to break it down because some people might not understand. Now, sickle cell trait also, I think there's 4 total, I'm not gonna say levels. If y'all don't know, that's Bay Posty. We're tiffing right now because he cut his hair. He knows, I know, he don't care. Anyway, he's still Bay. Nobody can't talk about him. I can talk about him because that's Bay. Nobody else can talk about him because that's my Bay. Anyhow, don't worry about him. We're tiffing right now. When he grows his hair back out, then we will stop tiffing. Anyhow, y'all. Okay. And so, so with sickle cell trait, what was I getting at? There's 4 versions, or there's 4 different ones that, and if I am wrong, please, somebody, please let me know if it's just 3. I want to say 3, but I don't want to leave out 1. Okay, the first one is sickle cell anemia, which is the full disease. And I don't like to say disease because it's nothing that nobody did. It's nothing that the person that has it did to get it, except be unluckily born to parents that have it, that have, like I said, either the full disease or both have half. One has half, the other has whole. Either or. That's all that person did to get sickle cell anemia. And sickle cell anemia is very deadly. Prodigy from Mobb Deep. Was it Mobb Deep? I am so sorry. I don't remember. And T-Boz. Both of them have, or Prodigy, he died, he passed. And T-Boz from TLC, or of TLC, because it would always be TLC to me, but T-Boz has the full sickle cell anemia. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think she has a trait because I think she had to get a few blood transfusions. So I think she does have the full disease, the full sickle cell anemia. And with that one, it's very, very, very deadly. You got to get blood transfusions and iron and medicine. Most people don't live long, but now with the more research, people are living longer with the full disease. God bless. So it's a good thing. Now let's go on down to the trait. What I have. It could be deadly if not really managed. And like I said, my mama found out that my daddy had it when they got married, because I was already she actually found out when I was born, because they got married a year after I was born. So she found out November of 83 that, because they was like, oh, your baby has sickle cell trait. And she's just like, what's that? And they're like, oh, it's a blood thing. I don't want to say I'm going to say it's more common in African Americans. I don't like saying African Americans, but African American, I like saying blacks. African American, Mediterranean, and it's another one. And I feel bad. I think, and this is how I worked it out in my head, because I thought it was only like black people get it. So I was like, okay, I'm afraid to have a black child. And that's real. I really was, because I was like, I have the trait. And it's like already a roll of the dice, 50% that my child might get it because of me. I don't want to be with a guy, since it's not required for you to get blood work anymore to get married, because it used to be you had to get blood work. And I think that was only because of slavery, if I'm not mistaken. Please don't quote me on that, but I think it's to make sure that you're not marrying somebody that you're related to and you just didn't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm assuming, and I always say I hate assuming, but I am just assuming at that. Okay, so it's not required nowadays to get blood work. So I didn't want to roll the dice and fall in love with a guy and us get married, have a child, and then my child is born with the full anemia. And it could have been prevented. This is my young brain thinking this. Got skin. Sorry. I get easily distracted. Sorry. And so I thought, okay, well, I won't be with anybody to protect my child. Anybody of black. But then when I found out it's not only a black disease, it's Mediterranean. And it's one more. But what I worked out in my head is, okay, Africa borders water. And it's very common in the I think it's South Africa. I'm not for sure. I don't know if it's South Africa or the lower tip of Africa. If like where it's the biggest population of it. And so, but it's very close to the water. So then they were saying like Mediterranean, like Italy, and they named another place. And I was like, okay, that borders the water. And then the other place, it was like, it borders the water. And I was like, so what I'm getting out of it is the countries, the highest population of sickle cell being. And none of this is proven. This is me. This is me. My thing is it has something to do with, excuse me, like food, like fish, or like water bordering thing? Because I don't want to say, like the water, because it's like, it's ocean. The only thing I can think is like fish, certain fish. None of that's proven in my head. What I read and what they said, it was like, oh, that's interesting. But so, a little side story off of that. But so I have sickle cell trait, and that's why I never thought about having a child of my own with a black male. But then when I found out it wasn't only a black disease, it's basically a water-bordering country disease. I'm like, okay, I can put that option back on the table if it happens. I'm still going to be scared. I'm still going to be scared. I don't want my kid to be born sick because of the problems I'm having. Now, I have always been a sickly kid. I have always, like, from birth, I kept earaches. I didn't gain weight. Yes, I know, I didn't gain weight. I was like in and out of the hospital. It's like every other weekend I was at the hospital for something. I was sick, like I was like really badly sick. And I think about it like, okay, my sister got chicken pox at Camp Bauka. If y'all don't know what that is, it's a camp. It's a Christian summer camp. Well, my sister got chicken pox. Well, she didn't. She actually had me stay down at the neighbor's house so that I wouldn't catch it. But then when I started doing research, me and Gary did, I think it was last year. It was in last year or the end of 2017. And we found out that because of how my blood vessels are, that because malaria is a blood, like it attacks the bloodstream, it won't attack. Now, I'm not saying it won't attack the round blood cells, but they're saying that more than likely it won't attach. Like if you have sickle cell trait, you probably won't get malaria because where the blood cells are not completely round, it won't attach to it. It can't attach to it. And so I was thinking, I wonder if that's the same thing about chicken pox. Because I never had chicken pox. And I had, and I was around my sister. We shared a room. And before we found out that hers was chicken pox, like, I think she had them. And I'm going back to, like, my 3-4-year-old mind. And she had them for, like, at least, like, a week or something. And since my mama found out she had them, I then went down the neighbor's house. And, my sister stayed in the room. And my mama, of course, wiped everything down. But, I don't know if she got everything. Because I wasn't there when she cleaned. But I never got chicken pox. And so, with that said, I was thinking, is that why I never got chicken pox? But with me being a sickly kid, um, I, um, I am still, I don't consider myself sickly because I think of someone is sicker than I am. So I don't consider myself sick. But I have sickle cell trait. I am anemic, which is caused by the sickle cell trait, which is not a common thing for the trait. It's a common thing for the anemia. So, once again, I'm anemic because of the sickle cell trait. Hold on. Let me finish telling you about it. Okay, so sickle cell anemia is one. Sickle cell trait is another one. Sickle cell disorder is, let me tell you about that right fast. Sickle cell disorder is where your blood work, you got normal blood cells, but you have the symptoms as sickle cell anemia. You're anemic, you're sick, you have to get blood transfusions and all that, but you don't have sickle cell trait or anemia. There is such thing as a sickle cell disorder that I didn't know about. And then there's one more thing, but I cannot think of what it is. I can't think of what it is. It's sickle cell something else. I'm sorry. But like I said, it could have just been them three, but in my head, I'm thinking it's four things because I'm like, I didn't even know about that one, whatever the fourth thing is. So back to me. So with the trait, you're not supposed to be, it's not supposed to cause anemia. It's not supposed to cause you to be anemic. And I'm very anemic. Well, I'm going to say I'm very anemic because this last iron infusion that I had, they actually gave me a little vial of blood. It wasn't a blood transfusion. It was just more blood. Because like my iron was so low, and they was like, you might be losing blood. It's your blood level is low, but we don't see that it's going anywhere. And but I had concentrated iron infusion, and this last round, and I call it a round because it's when you have it, like one treatment is 2 doses. So what that mean is you have one one dose one day, and then you have to at least wait 2 days before you can get your second dose. But it always comes in twos. So, and I say round because one round is 2 doses. I know that's confusing. So this last round, the first one, like I said, they gave me a little bit of blood, and then they gave me iron. My iron infusion was concentrated. It was like, that's the first time I ever had it concentrated, because the first time I ever had it was in 2015, because I had it before I had my brain surgery. And then so I had that one day, and then like 2 days later, because I remember I had it was like a Monday. Then I had the second one on a Wednesday because my surgery was, no, it was, I had the first one on a Wednesday, the second one on a Friday. And then I remember the girl's second birthday was that Saturday, and my brain surgery was that Monday. So they were squeezing it in as close as they could to my brain surgery so that it would be in my body when I had my brain surgery. Anyways, that's another story. If y'all don't know that, that's what it was, yeah. And so this round was my third time. So it wasn't my first time ever having them. This was my third time. But the first round before my brain surgery was like a big IV bag. It dripped slowly. They didn't give me no Benadryl. I left, came back, had it on Wednesday, came back on Friday, had, same thing, IV bag, because they put it in the IV bag. Drip, 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 did it. Had the girl's birthday, had the brain surgery, was down for a month because one turned into two. That ain't what this video's about. And then the second round I had was, I would like to say the beginning. It might have been in 16 or the beginning of 2017. So that was like the second round that I had. Once again, IV bag, because my mama went with me for the second dose of that one, because I went the first time of just myself because the girls wasn't in school yet. They wasn't in school, so Gary had the girls, and then it had to be after May because I remember I had my laptop and I got that for Mother's Day. So the first time, IV bag, no Benadryl, and all that, drip, drip, drip. And second time, I brought my mama, and we watched videos because it took like an hour. So it took like an hour. Still no Benadryl, IV bag. We watched videos, and drip, drip, drip. No Benadryl. This third time, the girls were in school both times. And we did it like that so that they wouldn't be there, so that Gary could be in the back with me, because he's never seen it. And so, I had my phone and I had everything set up, and I actually have a video of it. I don't know how to tag it in, but it's on my page. It's Iron Infusion. But like I said, this round, because my iron was dangerously low, like my primary care doctor's like, technically I'm not supposed to let you leave my office. I'm supposed to send you over to the emergency room because I don't know how you're up walking around, because it is so low. It's dangerously, like, we got to get it up there immediately. And she's like, I'll send it over. I say hematologist. It's not hematologist. It's over to the doctor that does my B12 shots and, do all my things that are, I don't know, vitamin related. That's another thing. So she sent it over there, but then she also said there's a level in your liver that's elevated. We still have not dealt with that. Because my doctor's like, oh, I see it. And I'm like, okay, what are we going to do about it? He goes, oh, that's not a part of my thing. I'm about to send you to somebody else. And I was thinking, okay, if I go to this other doctor that is going to deal with my liver and it stops my side pain, then that means after I had my brain surgery, the side pain was not my gallbladder. Now, I had my gallbladder out because after my brain surgery, after my double brain surgery, I was like my side hurts, and I mean that would make sense because I was on a pretty high dose of morphine, and pills do mess with your liver, and but I try not to take the pills, but I'm not even lying to you, I did. I took them. I was in so much pain I couldn't even sit. Like, I was in bed for a whole month, and it's January 2019, and I had the surgery I had the surgery July the 1st, 2015, and of course I had a headache on that day. But with it being January the 6th, 2019, that headache has not went away. But with that said, the morphine didn't take the headache away, and I'm kind of glad it didn't, because I don't think I would have been addicted to pain pills, but the world never knows. And I know that sounds bad, like you'd rather be in pain. No, because I wish that I could find something that would take the pain away, but nothing that is habit forming. That's what I'm getting at. Because like I said, I was on a very high dose of morphine. I had a lot of the pills, and I was just like, I don't really want to take these. But Gary was like, in my sleep, I was sitting there moaning and crying, and he made me take them, because he's just like, you don't have to fight the pain. You got like literally staples in your head.